This month has been extremely stressful, so I need to get away. I need to disconnect. I need to get back to nature and have another adventure in the woods. So I'm hiking out in the woods, taking the long way to my campsite because I just wanted to explore the property. It's amazing how loud everything is when you take away all the sounds of the city. And here I am, I just came across this long ditch or rut. And so I'm going to make my way across. It's pretty deep. And this backpack is a little heavy. I almost dropped my phone. Had to crawl up the other side. I'm glad you guys can't see me because I look like a graceful drunk bear. But I made it up to the other side. You can thank Sue for all those squats that she has me do. And I just love seeing all the trees. I wish it would have snowed because it would look even more beautiful out here. I'm heading back to my campsite. I know the way. There she is. Right where I left it. It gets dark pretty quick, so I'm going to stop filming and unpack and get myself together for the night. I'm out at the campsite. I had to get away and do some camping because it has been an extremely stressful couple of weeks. And I couldn't go last week because I was sick. And so I'm out here today. I think it's like 40 degrees or something like that. And I think it's supposed to drop down to 30. I got the propane heater going right now, but I'm going to turn that off in a minute. And because I'm going to bed early. And then I'll probably light the fireplace and do some cooking and sit out by the fire pit and do some writing. But I just want to check in with you guys, tell you I'm still alive. I'm still hanging in there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Peace. It gets so hot in here, the chimney gets red hot. I had to open up the tent a little bit because it's too hot in here now. So, but that's cool. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm probably gonna lay back down for a little bit. But I wanted to light the fireplace so when I get up it'll be nice and toasty warm. But right now it's kind of hot. And I think I might start stripping out of clothes here in a minute. But I could definitely lay in here without my sleeping bag right now. And it's like 30 degrees outside. That's crazy. Yeah, I fell back to sleep because that sleeping bag is so comfortable. Hey, good morning, guys. I think I might get up. I'm thinking about it. It's 7 o'clock. I got me a good 5 hours sleep. And I put another log in the fire, in the fireplace, just to heat it up in here a little bit. And I think I'm gonna make me some breakfast after some coffee. The pot is finally boiling. It's time for me to make some coffee. Cooking waffles. I have beef sausage in there, and then I'm gonna have eggs. And I pre-cooked my waffles, just so you know, and I'm just heating them up on the frying pan to make them crispy. But yeah, that's breakfast. All right. After breakfast, I cleaned up, did some writing, read my Bible a little bit, and then I went outside to make a fire. After that, I made me a little lunch and then decided I wanted to do a little hiking. You know why I love the cold weather? It's because it's too cold for the mosquitoes to bite my big head. It'd be easier to see tracks if there was snow. My friend Sue said she saw some coyotes on their property, but I wouldn't know what to look for. So I don't hear any coyotes, so I guess I'm okay. I guess this is why black people don't go into the woods. But I like being in the woods, so I guess I'm an anomaly. I guess this is like a little drainage ditch, but it's pretty low. I wonder how much rain we would have to get for it to fill up. Because you see that little tunnel down there? I bet you there's some critters living in there. No, I'm not going in there. Relax. I'm heading back to go make me some lunch. But yeah. It's amazing how quickly it gets dark in the forest. By the time I was done making my burgers, it was already pitch black. So here's a question. When you're dealing with mess and stress and disappointment and dysfunction, do you look to reset and re-strategize to pivot and adapt to the situation? Or are you just looking to run away from your stuff? Are you just looking to escape, numb, and go into almost like a tactical denial of your problems? And I have experience with running away so much of most of my adult life. And you guys know, if you guys are watching my videos, I'm still working to repair the damage from that faulty mindset that I had most of my life, and so now I'm really about embracing the process, despite how painful, ugly, stressful it may be. And it's only stressful because when you've been working with dysfunctional, ratchet skills, survival skills, defense mechanisms for a minute. And I'm talking about like a black people minute, like a couple of years. And you've got behaviors, you've got bad behaviors that have just been set, in your bone marrow. It is stressful. It is uncomfortable to purge yourself of the corrupted programming so you can get yourself together. And I get that. I understand that. But look, there's no other way around it. You've got to get with some good people that will help you identify the cancer in your behaviors so they can cut that junk out. And then you've got to rehab yourself. I work with a lot of people who struggle with substance abuse and, not just that, but other behaviors. But, when the easy part is to put the substance down, the hard part is to put the habit down, the emotional crutch we've developed with our dysfunctional coping mechanism. There's a reason why we're doing what we do. But if we ever want to go into the promised land, look, you can't go into the promised land with your mess. It's like you're trying to build a house with infected wood. You've got to go out and get good wood and build your house from scratch. You got to burn that old house down because believe you've been living in a crack house. You've been living in an emotional crack house, and that has got to go. And so when I come out here into the woods to camp to reset, it's basically me getting my mind back in alignment and just checking myself. Like, okay, all right, this is what happened, and this is what happened. Okay, what are we gonna do now? How are we gonna attack this now? Who do we need to talk to? Who do we need to learn from? What do I need to do? How do I need to implement this from day one when I come out of the woods? What is Will doing? And you don't have to physically go to the woods. A lot of us are mentally in the jungle, and you've got to find your pathway out. So I'm just saying this. Look, find a mentor, a counselor, a pastor, a friend that's got some sense, and let them help you come out of the woods. All right? Love y'all. Talk to you later. Peace. So this is the end of part 1 of my camping trip. Stay tuned for part 2, and you'll get to see what happened to Will and see if the coyotes got him.